What's up, my friends in film fandom, wherever you may be and however you may be watching? Thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time. You know, we lost Gene Hackman recently, and I was trying to think of one of the movies that I really liked of his that we could talk about. And this is a movie that I've been wanting to get to for a while now. Actually, I figured we'll kill two birds with one stone and talk about this amazing courtroom drama. Here to talk about it with me today is my head of life mate, Jeremy. What's up, brother?
Oh, you're not going to let Cora go first? Not going to let the lady go first?
You know, it's habit, and I'm not used to having her here, so just go.
I was going to pass the ball back or whatever. Okay.
Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I'll never get to do this damn intro. Yeah, I'm excited to go back into some Gene Hackman here, and this is actually a first watch for me, so I was pleasantly surprised with this movie, and I'm excited to talk about it because, man, it was gripping. It fucking had me the whole way through.
And Dowager Countess Lady Cora, who now me and her we're one day closer to Downton Abbey, the final act, whatever we're calling it.
They say there could be a spinoff.
It's never the end.
Yeah, it's never the end.
There'll be more.
I'm good. Vegas is officially warmer outside than inside. All times of the day. So summer's here on April 10th.
Isn't it like 90 degrees in Vegas?
It's going to be 90, 97 tomorrow. And then it's going to drop down to the 80s. It's fucking crazy this time of year because it just fluctuates so much. But
drop down to the 80s. Listen to this.
You want to come here and talk about fluctuations? We got 2 days in a row. 1 week we got threatened with tornadoes. Literally this past week it fucking snowed and iced, and today it was like 60 degrees, warm, kind of breezy, but it was real nice. I'm like, that was in the span of 2 weeks. That is infuriating as hell. And then it'll just be hot as balls for like 3 months, 4 months maybe.
Yeah. And then we'll have 2 more weeks of really, really awesome weather in the fall.
Yeah, like 2 weeks of good fall, and then it'll be cold for about 5 months. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ohio is terrible. It is.
But hello to BJ. Always good to see you in the chat. We love having you around. And, of course, Rachel in here saying, what's up? What's up, Rachel? See, all three of the classier ladies.
I know, like we got all the class
today.
In
the Truthiversary here. BJ saying hello to you, by the way, Cora.
hello, BJ. I'm getting the chat up right now.
Now let's...
until Casey comes in and takes it over.
Why do you see what you did? See what you did?
Damn it! I didn't
oh my god!
My phone yet.
How to mention Casey? It's like Beetlejuice. Casey.
You know what's funny?
His ears were burning.
What's funny is the moment the name came out of your mouth is when that chat popped
Okay, because I just looked down and I was like, oh, he's not here yet. And
Casey, I'm going to tell you something. Before we started recording or going live, we're talking about, is it possible to be in a thing on Twitter on a messaging and block somebody and not see their messages, but see everybody else's messages? And he's like, let me test it on Casey. I'll block him on Twitter. and then we'll see if I can see Casey's messages.
Uh-oh.
We love you, Casey.
Most women already have him blocked on Twitter anyway. What's up, Casey? How you doing, pal? But
I was going to say, wait, even Casey, you're ready to get my mom to put in the smackdown on you.
Yeah.
Better watch it, man.
Better listen to BJ. You don't do what mom says, you catch that shoe, especially in a Mexican house. But we are here, of course, to talk about Runaway Jury. It is the 2003 American legal thriller film directed by Gary Fleiter and starring John Cusack, Gene Hackman, Dustin Hoffman, and Rachel Weisz. And that's not even half the really great, awesome cast they had. An adaptation of John Grisham's 1996 novel, The Runaway Jury. The film pits lawyer Wendell Rohr, played by Hoffman, against shady jury consultant Rankin Fitch, played by Hackman, who uses unlawful means to stack the jury with people sympathetic to the defense. Meanwhile, the high-stakes cat-and-mouse game between jurors Nicholas Easter, John Cusack, and his girlfriend Marlee, played by Rachel Weisz, appeared to be able to sway the jury to deliver any verdict they want in a trial against a gun manufacturer. The film was released on October 17, 2003. It was Hackman's penultimate film, and it's the second-to-last film that he made before he officially retired from acting. Runaway Jury grossed $49.4 million domestically in the United States and Canada, and $30.7 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $80.2 million. This was against a budget of $60 million, so it was a moderate financial success. It opened at number 3 in the first of 4 consecutive weeks in the top 10 at the domestic box office. All on Rotten Tomatoes, 73% 80% of 161 critics' reviews are positive, with an average rating of 6.6 out of 10. The website's consensus review reads, quote, an implausible but entertaining legal thriller. I think that was kind of a backhanded compliment, but whatever. It's better than half the shitty ones that they have AI write for them anyway.
Yeah.
Let me go to you first, Lady Corey.
Okay.
Give me your quick thoughts on Runaway Jury.
Okay, first of all, I love this movie so much, and I just can't. I say that on some movies, but this really just, love it, love it, love it, love it.
And how about you, Jeremy? Give me some quick thoughts on Runaway Jury.
Like I said in the beginning, this one was kind of intense, and it had me gripped from the start, and wondering how it all was going to play out in the end. And I was like, oh god damn, like, man, like you said, the level of cat and mouse in this movie was pretty cool to see. And I think even, what was that line that the dude told Gene Hackman? He's like, I need you to be a little more cat and a little less mouse.
I like that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Sometimes like some of these people were more cat than mouse, and man, it was intense.
Yeah, I was thinking as I was watching it yesterday that courtroom dramas can be kind of hit or miss sometimes, but if they're done right, they're like works of art. And it occurred to me that of all the really, really good ones that I've seen, the vast majority of them have come from John Grisham. It's like for some reason his stories translate well to the big screen. I mean, he's not the only writer, of course. I mean, Stephen King has had plenty of success putting his stuff on the big screen, whether he likes it or not. But it's at the core of the story is something that it works in both mediums. So, but I mean, when you have a cast like this, I mean, Jesus Christ, you could make even a terrible script sound awesome with some of these actors that are up there right now. But let's start with the work. So I have a picture of the director right here with Gary Fleiter. I have to admit, when I first heard his name, I was like, who?
Right.
And then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, I know I've seen his name a couple of places before, and it took me a minute to figure out exactly where. Let me pull up his filmography real quick. Let's see, he's done films, Kiss the Girls. He was director of that. Imposter, which was a movie that I thought was really interesting for being kind of a lower budget, not very well marketed film that came out in 2001 with Gary Sinise and Madeline Stowe. He's an astronaut. It takes place kind of in the future, as I recall. I only saw it the one time. But aliens are replicating humans and sending them to Earth for some reason or another, and he comes back from a mission in space to find out that it's a possibility his wife has been turned into one of these things. I don't know. It was kind of a weird thing, but I remember it being a very good movie. He's also did the movie Homefront in 2013 with Jason Statham fighting a bunch of people to save his daughter. It's kind of
Jason Statham.
Good movie.
But he's also had a hand in some other TV shows. He's in let's see, he did some episodes of Vegas, which was a big show for a long time. Let's see, Kingdom, which was a show that was really big for a while. It was God, what the hell was it about? It had Frank Grillo. God damn it, something about fighting, as I recall.
I love Frank Grillo.
He did that. What was it on? One of like the History Channel things. He did an episode or two of that docu-series Turn about the spies that George Washington sent to the other side. I mean, so the guys had you know what I'm talking about. The guys had a few things come out, and it's some pretty good work. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Jeremy? What do you think of the kind of some of the things that I've told you that he did that you didn't realize were even him, and what he did with this movie? What do you think of his work?
I'm glad you asked me as soon as I shoved a cookie in my mouth. Man, these Girl Scout cookies are hitting hard. Thank you for that.
I know. I've still got $600 worth of them in my living room.
Oh, can I buy some? Can I buy some from you?
Sure.
Cool. We'll talk.
Thanks for the hookup, man. I was trying to look through. Excuse me. I tried to pull him up and look at some of the stuff he's done. I don't see anything that jumped out to me that I recognize or have seen, but I mean, those that you've mentioned sound pretty interesting. But I think the only thing that you mentioned, the thing about the George Washington spies, that I actually watched because, even as a teenager, I'm a freaking history nerd, and I watch it like that too. So I thought that was an interesting series. So that'd probably be my only real, other than this movie now, of course, experience of like what he's done. But seems to, because I'm trying to think that when we look at some of these people that they do one thing really well, or they kind of branch out and do some other stuff. So I mean, That sounds. I mean, you talked about like some aliens in space and body snatcher type shit. And then you're talking about like courtroom dramas and historical stories about spies. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Got a good spread. I mean, yeah, but nothing I've really seen or heard of. So
Yeah, he also did the Express, the Ernie Davis story, which is kind of a documentary about the first African American to win the Heisman Trophy. But
actually, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Homefront, I was like, the video game. Did we make it? I was like,
There's
I don't think that's a
actually
video game.
also a Homefront, a TV show in the 90s on ABC. It only had one season. It was about everything that happened on the U.S. side when the guys came back from World War II. It was very good, but not many people know about it.
I was thinking Homefront, like the video games where it's like,
Yeah.
It's not that. So I don't think it is. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but how about you, Cora? What do you think of the job that he did with this movie?
Fantastic. I think a lot of that has to do with everything collectively, but this is a stand-up movie in his lineup of credits. 100%.
Yeah, like I said, courtroom dramas, because there's a different kind of action. It's like that scene in JFK where X is talking to Kevin Costner's character. You build it without throwing punches and stuff like that. You have to find a way to build that tension and to kind of balance it all out. It was very well done, this movie, I thought. I mean, like I said, it doesn't hurt having these actors in it. I mean, I'll go into the relationship between Gene Hackman and Dustin Hoffman later on, but yeah, I mean, this whole thing is just loaded with some fantastic actors, which doesn't hurt. But
Yes.
I mean, it was the setting, it was
Like
the
this poster right here.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it was the pacing and everything. It was just everything about this movie was just solid. I mean, I was watching it trying to pick something out about it I didn't like last night, and I couldn't really find anything that ever took me out of the movie. I was trying to get annoyed at little things, and I'm like, I just don't care. It's not important. It's not hurting my viewing experience. But,
Remember when we made good movies? Jesus.
Yeah, really. But let's take a minute to talk about that cast. And holy shit, I mean,
God,
where do we even begin?
Even in this room, like, yeah.
You know when you are playing bingo and you got a bingo card and you never know when you're going to get bingo, and all of a sudden you're like, bingo, you know? Like this is like the bingo of casts. You know, you're pushing on, like, it's just fucking fantastic. It's great.
Yeah, Jeremy, on the start, were you saying something?
Oh no, I just said, like, even in that room alone, like, not even like people that were on the main, you know, top billing of this movie. Like, you got like Luis Guzman in there. The guy that played Herrera. The guy with the mustache. I've seen him a couple times. The guy that was the store manager there on
Curtis.
Cliff Curtis, yeah,
right. I've seen him before. I've seen the guy next to Cusack, the guy with the blind guy. I know I've seen it. That's one where I'm like, I feel bad because I really know I don't know his name.
He's a long time like character comedy actor. He's been in a lot
yeah.
of
I'm like, I know I've
shit.
seen
Gary Bayman.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know I've seen you before. Man, like Guy Herrera there with the mustache. He was in. Weirdly, my thing that I don't know why I didn't realize it was him is like I saw him in Push with Chris Evans.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, he's the guy that can like manipulate physical objects. Like he opens up his wallet, he's got like little just slips of paper, and it turns into an actual dollar bill. I'm like, he's like an illusionist. I'm like, that's cool. Like that was his power. And
he was also in that movie Bringing Out the Dead, that Nicolas Cage movie I made you watch that I love so much.
Right.
He was a drug dealer.
And I think the thing that like really, it's like I didn't notice that was him, but then he was in like the first season of Fear the Walking Dead. I think he played the stepdad or whatever. And unfortunately died, which really sucks because like right when he was having his character arc of like, oh now he's a badass, oh now he died. Oh damn it. He finally had that apocalyptic instinct kick in, and he got fucking killed. Well, unceremoniously too, which really sucked.
You know what else he's in that we reviewed that you missed? He actually plays a deputy FBI director in charge of cybersecurity. He was in Live Free or Die Hard, which was a great movie that you refused to watch.
I did watch it.
God, I don't refuse to. No, they're making fun of me. They think I hate Die Hard, and I don't hate Die Hard. I just hate people that think it's a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
It's not. I forgot I'm alone on this one. Fuck.
I saw that going so much differently.
Why how the turntables? Yeah, no,
I respect that you don't think it's a Christmas movie. Honestly, I do respect that.
I think it's more. It's more of
hear people argue over it.
No, Mike. I think it's more of the ridiculous, where it's like I think people just like unironically, or ironically think it's a thing, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's as dumb as like, as soon as I saw Venom 3 and the doctor the scientist has a Christmas tree pin on her shirt, I'm like, oh well, Venom's a Christmas movie now. Look at that. There's a Christmas tree. It's that stupid. It's that paper thin of a fucking argument.
No. I think what it is for me.
This exists. I'm
not going to talk about Die Hard anymore. Let's talk about this movie. I'm going to shut up. Squirrel moment evaded. I'm learning.
I squirreled. I mean, go ahead.
No. There's only room for one of us to do it, so I'll bow down.
That's right. I forgot. My mom agrees with me.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, Bruce Willis himself said it, but whatever. Okay.
Oh, I didn't lost where the hell I was at now because of you guys. Anyway, I guess
we were talking. I was talking about the guy, one of the actors we were talking about, Herrera. Yeah, I'm saying like even in that jury, like I said, there's multiple people in that shot there, like we said, that we've seen in other things. So man, not just these four big actors right here with Cusack, Rachel Weisz, Hoffman, and fucking Gene Hackman, but man. It's kind of one of those things that it all came together and they all did, made it believable. Mm-hmm. And like these two right here, man, it's like I was kind of wondering. I'm like, what is John Cusack up to? And then like Rachel Weisz shows up out of nowhere. I was like, what the hell are you doing here? Like you're not chasing mummies, but like what are you doing? Like the hell? And then I realized, these two were like Bonnie and Clyde in this shit, and okay. Now I'm like leaning forward. I'm like, nah, I'm in it. Okay, what are you guys doing? Like, and how are you gonna do it? Like, I kind of feel like, why are you working at like a knockoff GameStop, dude? Like, you should be doing other stuff with your life. I mean, what? I got one. Like, while I respect it, I mean,
for Alex and the Garbage Man on Monday.
Oh no.
While I respect it, I'm like, okay, it's like in Boondock Saints where he's like, why are you guys working in a meatpacking plant? They speak like 10 different languages. I'm like, yeah, maybe you guys should be doing something else.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, can you possibly complain at all about the cast of this show? I mean, good God. No. I mean, first off, you've got two actors right there. They're Hall of Famers in my book. I mean,
yeah,
I could go over the list of Hoffman movies that are fantastic. The number of nominations he's got. Hackman by himself has got a career that anybody would be envious of. And then you add in kind of the young guns here with Rachel Weisz and John Cusack, who was coming out of a great decade for him that was the 90s. We still need to do Grosse Point Blank. I still need to sit Jeremy down and make him watch.
Yes.
See, you know what I'm talking about. It's a great
movie.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised you picked the 90s one and not like Say Anything, which is like, the classic holding the boombox over his head.
Well, there's a lot to be said for Grosse Point Blank. There's a lot to be said for it.
We'll understand when you see it why that movie's one of the better things that he's ever done. But yeah, I mean the cast. I don't know that I could pick one. I mean, I guess it's kind of easy to say Hackman. A little bit of recency bias. He did just pass away recently, and that stuff's still kind of fresh in our minds. But I mean, just looking at the guy's body of work and just how good he was. I mean, how could you not? And same thing with Hoffman. I mean, himself very accomplished, just so damn good. And then of course you add in a young Jeremy Piven, which I had totally forgotten about.
Yes.
But
very true.
And don't forget Nick Searcy. I don't know if there's any Justified fans in here, but Art Mullen from Justified is Nick Searcy, who plays Doyle in this.
That's him right there. That's got his face turned.
Fucking gold. I mean, and you got Bruce McGill, Nestor Serrano. I mean, he's great. We even get Jennifer Beals.
Yeah, I mean, shit. That's a deep cut for 80s fans. I mean,
I know it really is.
If you didn't love Flashdance when it came out, like in '84 or whatever it was, you probably wouldn't remember her name. But I mean, yeah, it's like
she ages so well. By the way, she ages so well.
She actually does look great in this movie. By the way,
yeah, she does. She's beautiful.
Is she on here somewhere? No, she's not. She's not on this particular shot. But she's in this one though. She's on the right side, the girl with the dark hair and the dark skin.
Yeah,
black dress. But yeah, I didn't even realize that she had done a whole lot until I actually kind of went in her her biography and looked at this, and she's steadily been in TV and a bunch of movies for like
really.
Like, how the hell did I just miss her?
Oh yeah.
It's like, she's had a pretty long career herself. Not obviously, I don't think anything ever got as big as her starting as Flashdance, but
right.
But still, I mean, I wouldn't mind having her career. But yeah, I mean, the characters. I mean, do I have to pick one? I guess it's kind of easy to pick Hackman. He's like even somebody like Hoffman, who at this point in their careers has already had a string of great performances of his own. He just kind of owns it. It's like even in shots like this. Now maybe it's because Hoffman's like 4 feet taller than most people, but like he towers over Hoffman. It's like he plays such the imposing figure that it's kind of funny. But God, the entire cast works out. There's nothing wrong with any of them. I also got to see Margaret Moreau. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a crush on her since the first Mighty Duck movie came out.
That's fair.
Absolutely. Yeah, another character actor who's in a bunch of stuff. She just doesn't really star in anything anymore. But yeah, the cast here is fantastic. Now let's go to the plot now.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're not making me choose one because I was having a hard time too.
A little bit of oh, sorry. Sorry. Did I not get to you?
Oh no, I don't know if you asked us like who stood out because I was like I don't know how to answer that question right now.
Yeah.
I wanted to lean towards like Rachel Weisz because I'm like, man, she knows how to play fucking ball with these guys, you know? Because she's like when they had that her and Cusack had that back and forth of like in the church, like he's like, look, I'm on the inside, like, you know, you're on the outside. He's like, but you know, I can't do anything for you. But you know, she would just suck it up, get right into character, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna fucking tell you right now, you're giving me $10 million. Calls him in the middle of the night, like, all right, motherfucker, now it's 15 for almost trying to kill me.
Oh,
also,
that was
not
so.
Walking home.
That's
badass.
This movie, the plot, it rolls and rolls and rolls like a ball down a hill that has like, or no, it reminds me of in that Christmas movie where Chevy Chase puts all that degreaser stuff on the sled and he just goes and goes and goes.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Like
This plot flies like that fucking sled. It just goes and goes.
It does, absolutely. Let's get into the plot of the movie now. Oh, Rachel Weisz, there's an interesting duality I think about in her character. It's like that when she meets Rankin Fitch, the Hackman's character, on the cable car, she's standing up to him pretty firmly. She's not easily intimidated. Yeah. And then when she gets off the tram, that's when she starts to fall apart. You get to see that she's like, that she acts very confident when she needs to.
She has a vulnerability.
She's absolutely terrified of what this whole thing could mean if it goes sideways.
Yeah.
So she conveys both those things pretty well.
Yeah.
And then when you realize what stakes she's in it for, like the reason why she's doing this, it's kind of like, yeah, man, that'll stick with you. The fact that her sister got killed when they were kids. So
the mom did a really good job. I forget who she is. She's also done good things. That was such it's a small role, but when she's talking to Doyle, she ties it all in. It's just fantastic. Yeah.
But now let's get on to the plot, and I'll go to you first, Jeremy. What do you think of the plot of the film, and is there anything you would have changed?
It's a courtroom drama, so you're kind of just caught up. The thing about that is like you could be on either side of this argument. You know, you're watching this thing play out between a gun manufacturer that's being sued because their gun was used in like a multiple homicide suicide. Actually, I think they said the guy offed himself at the end. And then it's like, and then you have the other side of them just trying to defend it, saying like, well, it's not. They're not directly responsible for that. It's like, well, it's the person who decides to buy a gun and do what he does. So it's an interesting layout. And again, then you have Hackman's character who's pulling strings behind the scenes, trying to sway the jury, and then you got Cusack and Rachel Weisz trying to like play that, you know, till it goes into their favor, and they're trying to just undermine all the stuff Hackman's doing. It was pretty cool. I don't really know if I would have changed anything because they won out in the end, and they pulled the chair out from underneath Hackman there, so left him to sit with his drink in a little dingy bar. And they kind of got that moment with Hoffman in the street where he kind of stands there, looks at him, and I was just like, "Yeah, you're welcome, dude." Like he kind of smiles at him. I love that, just that little acknowledgement. And then he goes inside and has dinner with like the the rest of the clients and shit. So.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I bet you there's, we're gonna go back home and give that money to her mom and probably, some of the town at least.
Yeah.
Get it back on its feet. So.
Well, they've been probably stocking cases that Fitch would get for a long time. They're probably just ready to get back to have a normal life.
Because he said that they were looking at like jury pools from like what was it, like Chicago, Cincinnati, like other places that had stuff like that he was a part of. That's true. So I think they were after him. That's what I think, that the two of them, they knew like, oh, this guy kind of took the wind out of our town here when this tragic event happened.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna they're gonna get theirs and get back at him, which they eventually did.
Yep.
How about you, Lady Cora? What do you think of the plot of the film? Is there anything you would have changed, or did it work for you?
I think it was perfect. Even the little things, like the moments where the gun company owners at that little lodge, and all the phone calls, and the jurors' backstories, and how all of that interweaves into the plot. It's all just this.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. I wouldn't change anything.
It did go a little more in depth. It wasn't just like, oh, there's these jurors, and then you got like, they didn't just like focus on just Cusack being there. It's like, no, they all had like a reason to be there, and they're all trying to figure out like, so what's their angle, what's their beliefs, what's going on in their life with their spouses or lack thereof, or kids or something. I'm like, man, they pull no punches, man. They were. Going
getting that guy to get a promotion, buying a company to give a juror a promotion, so that he will be pressured to finish a verdict. I mean, that's something.
They arrested the one lady's husband. They fucking.
Oh yeah.
The guy that they found out he was HIV positive. Like, man, they were fucking running everywhere.
That one was a gut punch to me. Like, because I work in healthcare, it's like, oh, like poor guy. Like,
as soon as I heard the last, they said ATZ. I'm like, oh no, this poor guy's HIV positive, isn't he? Because and they said, I'm like, yep. Because I knew what that meant for that. I was like, oh fuck, man, they're dirty.
Somebody violated HIPAA somewhere trying to find that shit out.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
man, yeah.
But I've had people ask me over the years, they're like, why do you like this movie if you don't agree with the outcome? And I'm like, because the outcome is not the story.
Yeah.
I can like a character for being a well-written, well-acted, well-directed piece of art and not agree with anything the character does. I mean, I appreciate the performance of Josh Brolin as Thanos. I wouldn't personally have snapped half of the existence universe out of to dust, but I mean, I get it. It's a great character. It's acted well, and
I personally wouldn't have snapped half the world's existence. You said that so nonchalant.
I might have snapped a third, maybe.
Good
if I
plan, maybe bad execution.
Assholes, but I mean, I figured you got all the gems. I figured I had the power to pick and choose. But yeah, I don't have to like the outcome or what the plot device is of this person trying to sue for money after a mass shooting, as long as the story is good. I mean, like I said, it's like, oh, maybe.
Well, when I saw that cartoony ass looking gun, when you said it had a 36 round magazine, I'm like, what fucking gun has a what? And I'm like, did he walk in there with a pistol? I'm like, what pistol has a 36? No, even if it was extended, I mean, he showed it. It was like that long. Yeah, even if it was double stacked.
And by the way, I want to say it was awesome that they cast that really hot guy that used to be in the ABC show to be the guy who died. That guy is fucking beautiful, and even though he was in their very short time,
he was better. Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even when they showed it, I was kind of already just like, it's not real. Who cares? I was still excited by the end of it too. I was like, hey, you're rooting for these two to, like I said, to get one over on Gene Hackman's character, and they do. But I'm like, as we said, like, he plays that fucking bad guy so well. And I will admit, when he was having that scene in the bathroom with Hoffman when he was talking to him.
Oh, yeah.
I caught that line when he said, he's like, yeah, I don't believe in your truth, your justice, or your American way. I was like, good Superman line there, Lex Luthor. I caught you.
Lex, I saw that too.
I was like, that's amazing. Have a casual Superman line in there from Lex Luthor.
Yeah, my question from the plot was, would it really be that easy to sway a jury? That either one. Now, now the way that Rankin Fisk does it, I kind of figure that that's possible because he's pouring a lot of money into surveillance and probably hackers and wiretaps,
digging these people's lives up. Yeah,
so that makes kind of makes sense. But I mean, it's really just John Cusack's character really alone trying to manipulate these 11 other people, and I'm like, I can't manipulate my own daughter to take the trash out. It's like, how the hell is this guy manipulating 11 grown people with wildly different backgrounds and ideas to this one conclusion? Like, how the hell do you pull that off?
You gotta be like Bob stepped ahead of everybody.
You kind of understand that it wasn't really him doing anything, but I mean, still, I'm like, how do you? Is it really this easy that one guy does it?
I mean, somehow, if you know the one lady's an alcoholic and he's just like, oops, boop, there it goes. Now she's out. I'm like, that would have been easy, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's a movie. There's gonna be like
I know
a lot of it's. But
I mean, how much of it was like luck that I'm like, oh, that one's an alcoholic.
But besides the movie 12 Angry Men, how many movies are there out there that really highlight the juror experience the way this does?
I think some of the other Grisham books have done it, but not like in such grand form.
Mm-hmm.
Like he hasn't made written a book, I don't think, specifically about the jury and something they were going through. But I mean, he's a lot of courtroom drama, so I'm sure the jury has played into a lot of his stuff. I've never read any of his books. I've just seen all the movies based on them, and who the hell knows what's the difference between the movies and the books. But yeah, that was kind of why I took from it. And yeah, I mean, look, say what you will about the basic plot of the basic question that they ask in the movie. Are gun companies responsible? Yes or no? Personally, I think no, but I mean, I like how it kind of it asks the question, but when the thing plays itself out and Dustin Hoffman wins the case and all the money for his client, it wasn't really portrayed as. I mean, they kind of say it's a landmark case for whatever, blah blah blah, but it's. Over the course, that's just the moment. Over the course of the movie, it kind of asks you the bigger question. It lays out some things for you, and then while the movie ends one way, it does kind of leave it to you to be like, okay, what do you think about all this? It's not
well because even Hackman says like, they're going to appeal, right? There's more. That's not the end all be all of this. I'm like, it's true. I'm like, yeah, he's probably still got money out the wazoo for himself, and I'm like, it doesn't really end there, but I mean, it's still they still got that victory in the end. I don't know. So,
yeah, but yeah, I love the plot. I thought it was fantastic. I wouldn't have changed anything, despite the fact that I kind of disagree with the premise. But whatever. I wasn't a fan of how they made the gun company owner that they put up there kind of look like a doofus. I really feel like a guy in that position would have been much cooler than that, because it's like basically Rourke asked him like 3 questions, and he's like, "You're right, I ordered the code red." And it's like,
you're goddamn right, I did.
He had that moment already, and I'm like, good God, he asked you 2 questions, man. Calm the fuck down. Take your blood pressure medication. He's up there sweating and shit, looking like he's about to have a stroke. And I'm like, dude, calm down. You got to be in charge here. You got to own the room. But yeah, it's a really good plot. Again, it's just a well put together movie altogether. So the small deficiencies there might be are covered up by all the other really pretty things that are in this movie, including the setting. I mean, New Orleans is just a oddly beautiful place. Anyway, it's uniquely beautiful, despite the dark colors and stuff. It is still vibrant and in its own weird way bright. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the culture in that town, man, it's just all over.
That's where Sexy Harry Connick Jr. was from.
Yeah. Well, I hear it every time he talks. He's got Louisiana all over his fucking voice. No matter how much
to make a name for myself. Sorry.
Yeah, well, no matter how he tries to change it, he's always going to sound like that Southern kid. But let's get to a little bit of trivia now, and I managed to find some doozies. I don't know if you guys know this or not. The several of these are going to be, the first 3 anyway, are going to be about Gene Hackman, Dustin Hoffman. The much anticipated bathroom scene in this movie, where Rohr, played by Hoffman, confronts Fitch, played by Hackman, is the first dialogue in a movie between the 2 actors. It was written while the rest of the movie was being filmed. After someone on the crew found out that the 2, though they had been friends since 1956, had never started a movie together. It was finally shot on a single day at the end, several weeks after Hackman and Hoffman finished their other work for the film.
That's awesome.
So this was essentially a reshoot.
Yeah, you kind of just stack that to take punches at each other just verbally. I'm like, man, like, god damn. That was an intense scene, man.
See, I never even
That poor guy just wanted to go in there and go to the bathroom. He's like, sorry, we're cleaning up. That's a door in his face. I'm like, damn.
That's pretty cool. I was like, yeah, you get it, Hoffman. Be a tough guy.
Right, poor guy.
But you know, I don't think they were trading punches. I think it was a legitimate debate.
Well, I mean, yeah, like they were going back and forth at each other. I mean, it's like Hoffman trying to like, state his case, and Hackman's basically just got all the confidence in the world of like, I don't care, dude. I don't really care about any of this shit, and I'm gonna win it no matter what. I was like,
yeah, it really was like they were having a debate in a courtroom without that, the hassle of the judge being like, let's say that in my courtroom. They were able to have They were able to have a good debate on it back and forth without any kind of constraints, and it is telling. It's like neither of the guys are wrong. That's the funny thing about that whole piece of dialogue, is that there are valid points that Hoffman's character has for defending the woman. There are some valid things that Hackman says. He's like, yeah, the only thing you guarantee, he's still going to be dead. The only thing you've guaranteed is that the heel that breaks is from a $1,200 pair of shoes.
Yeah, it's like, you're just going to get this woman money. That's it.
He said, you're not changing anything, which that's one way of looking at it. I kind of get why he says it. I don't know that I entirely agree with him, but I mean, there's a lot of really interesting points and counterpoints to go back and forth in that argument that I thought were fantastically delivered by these two. But to go back to Dustin Hoffman and Gene Hackman, this is Hackman and Hoffman's only film together. At the Pasadena Playhouse, they were classmates and were both voted least likely to succeed.
Wow!
I want to put this picture on a card right here and send it to all those people.
Those things are never right. Just saying.
Right.
Whatever. Look, for one, who the hell knows what anybody's going to be after high school? I mean, half the popular kids in my high school ended up pregnant and fat by the time they were 28.
Or in jail.
Yeah, I'm like, so how will that work out for you? Glad you were popular in high school.
And the people I was cool with, they haven't really changed much over the years, so that's kind of why I still talk to them.
Yeah, I'm like, the same people I talk to, I'm like, yeah, you guys are still the same.
Yeah, they're the same people that we all were back in the day. But Dr. Nick, what's up, brother? You said Casey puts video games in his bug. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. At this point, Casey's anus.
I think he blows on him first. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Don't
put a blow in the cartridge first. Yeah.
Don't want to get any dust in there, but.
I think it's in the wrong way. Yeah, turn around. Hit the reset button.
Yeah. Turn it on, turn it off. That's how you fix it.
God.
But,
I'm not going to ask where the switch is.
I lost what the fuck I was saying now. What was I talking about? I was talking about
Sorry.
trivia. That's right. Least likely to succeed. None of this stuff matters. No, you're not going to be the same person you're senior in high school that you are when you're 30. And if you are, then that's either awesome or terrible. I don't know.
Did you ever see the movie Peggy Sue Got Married? One of the best high school reunion scenes. The nerdiest, most bully guy ends up being like Bill Gates.
You want me to tell you how old I am? The World According to Garp. Robin Williams and Kurt Russell.
Wow.
They both played high school football, and in the championship game a million years ago, Kurt Russell has to throw the ball. He's the quarterback, obviously. He has to throw the ball. He's about to get sacked, so he throws it at Robin Williams' younger character, who apparently is the shittiest player on the team, and he drops it, and they lose the game. And so for 20 years, this has kind of been something that's hung over both of them. And then I forget exactly how it works out. There's going to be a charity football game played where they're going to replay that game, and they convince them both to come back. And then, of course, at the end of the movie, they're in the same situation. Russell's got to throw one to Robin Williams, and is the outcome different? I don't know. You have to watch the movie. But
I've seen a movie that he catches it.
But yeah, that movie came out like 1982 or some shit. So yeah, here's how old I am. Let's see. According to Dustin Hoffman, let's go back to them because they're so awesome. Where'd the picture of them I just had to go? There it is. Let's see. According to Dustin Hoffman, when he and Gene Hackman filmed the last of their scenes, Hackman turned to Hoffman and said, quote, "Let's get drunk." If I could have knocked back a few with someone like Gene Hackman and just heard that guy talk for a while. I mean, Jesus Christ, get a little bit of fucking, a little bit of liquor in him and be like, tell me about acting, tell me about working with this person, tell me about whatever, just your approach, just give it all to me. Just hear that guy pour acting experience out onto my face. Got to be great. I could have gotten drunk with that guy. Had a lot of fun. Let's see. In the novel, Some of the differences between this and the novel. Let's see. In the novel, the lawsuit is filed against a tobacco company. This screenplay was in development for several years, and after the release of The Insider in 1999, all subsequent scripts involved a lawsuit against a gun manufacturer because the plots were so similar.
I was gonna say, well, wait, wasn't that kind of like that movie Thank You for Smoking, where like the
Oh yeah, the fucking fantastic
That's a good
movie.
movie.
very good movie.
I love the ending, by the way, that he switches to cell phones.
It kind of reminds, when you say that, it reminds me of that movie with oh, the fuck's his name? God damn it, the guy who played Harvey Dent in Dark Knight.
Harvey.
Aaron Eckhart, yeah, Aaron Eckhart. Yeah, with him. That was a good movie. I mean, it's pretty similar, right? When I was thinking about this came out in 2003, right? I mean, it's not like I was kind of wondering. I'm like, man, you're still gonna do a movie about like a school shooting? I'm like, I mean, it's not like Columbine wasn't that long ago when you made this. So, not that it's anything new, but I'm just like, that's still kind of close to. I mean, I don't know. You know, we talked about how like 9/11 affected some movies and pushed them back or made, you know, you have to make changes. You got to do something about it. Like you can't have a plane flying in and out of buildings because it's, you know, a little awkward. So
they changed Lilo and Stitch for that too.
They did. They changed it from a plane to the spaceship, and they cut out a scene where they flew through like one of the big cities in Hawaii.
They turned it into mountains instead of.
Yeah, it was mountains. I couldn't remember if they cut it or if it was like, they changed it to mountains as well. We all know the. I've been looking for one, even if it's a replica of that Spider-Man poster, where like reflected in his eye is the World Trade Center. Like it's a really cool poster. If anybody has one of those, hold on to it. But if you want to give me one, because it's just kind of a cool thing to have.
It's called posters.com or allposters.com.
Oh, the all poster. I know.
There might be
when you gave me that, when you sent me that website, that was one of the first ones I looked for. I'm like, wait, are there any Spider-Man ones that are the ones that have the World Trade Center? Because I would maybe consider getting one. It's a cool piece of history. You can't find them.
You may have to sell some sperm or something to get one, though. I'd imagine those
Wow.
are pricey.
Well, I have to sell more than that. I mean, if you want to you know, more than that.
But, possibly. I'm surprised you didn't snort it that one, Cora.
I said, wow.
Yeah, but you didn't snort. I was going for a snort.
Well, you know, no, that one's not going to get a snort. That's a wow.
I'm not even going to. No, I'm not going there. Never mind.
Jeremy, high five for agreeing with me.
Let's see. You guys want to know who could have been in this movie?
Oh,
in 1997, Edward Norton was originally cast in the role of Nicholas Easter, with Joel Schumacher directing. Sean Connery and Gwyneth Paltrow were cast in the roles of Fitch and Marlee, respectively. But when Schumacher dropped out of the project and it was delayed, the actors moved on to their projects. This project was revived in 2001 when Will Smith was in talks to play Nicholas Easter, with Jennifer Connelly as Marlee and Mike Newell directing. Smith ended up dropping out, and the project was stalled again. What could have been? That's a whole lot of names of what could have been.
I wonder, Will Smith, he might have been doing like Men in Black 2 at that point. About 2002-ish. I think. So, yeah, because the first one came out like 99. The sequel's a few years later.
Acting. Where's his acting credits at?
I'm trying to think of what Edward Norton was doing. Like, I think American History X was like
Will Smith filmography.
Before
So
that?
in he was doing Legend of Bagger Vance in 2000. He released Ali in 2001, Men in Black 2 in 2002. And
That's
in
what,
03,
yeah.
Bad Boys 2, and then in 2004.
I almost said Bad Boys 2, but I thought, no, Men in Black 2, I think.
Yeah, he might have been busy. I mean,
He was pretty busy.
Yeah, this movie came out in 2003.
When was American History X? I was thinking
that
of Norton. Like, when?
Oh, that was
90s?
90s. That was late 90s.
It was
Okay.
I think it was after I was out of high school, so 99 at least, I think.
And he did Hulk in like 2007 or something?
I don't know. I
When-
can't remember.
no, Fight Club was 99.
Great movie.
A very good movie.
98 for American History X.
When I first watched
Okay.
that movie, I did not see it coming, the plot twist. I did not. I was shocked.
There is no Brad Pitt in this movie. Tyler Durden does not exist. I mean, yeah, if you don't know that, it'll that'll blow your
The
mind.
first time
man,
you
that movie.
see it, like, whoa.
It's like when I first, I mean, I'd always heard that, and I hadn't seen the movie yet, and then I went into it knowing that, but I was still like curious to see how that was laid out. I was like, yeah, so how is he not? All I knew is that I'm like, oh yeah, Brad Pitt isn't like real in this movie. I was like, okay.
I didn't
I'm,
know
like,
the
watching-
first time I saw it.
It's still done very, very clever how they manage that,
Yes.
even knowing it. So that's a good movie.
It is. American History X is one we need to do at some point too.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's a rough.
I
movie.
would
It's
love
awesome,
to do
though.
that movie.
That is, yeah, it's a little rough to get through, but yeah, it's a good movie.
But the thing is, though, so is the movie. I forget what it's called. Anyways, the point is there are movies that have a poignant purpose that are worth getting through.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I've only actually
Schindler's
seen.
List.
I've only seen Schindler's List twice in my entire life because I'm like, God, that's a rough one to get through.
Yeah.
Man, it's depressing.
The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Oh.
Like,
Also a rough
good,
one.
and then the end, it's like, oh fuck no! I cannot believe I just sat for this entire fucking movie for this ending.
Well, the fucking not as, but still the ending, the mist.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
God, I hated that movie.
Oh
I hate the ending. Ruined.
I
that
never
movie.
saw that.
Hated it. Hated it. I was like, come on,
Man.
Stephen King, you're a better writer than this. It's just a terrible ending.
It's not like he likes any of the movies that he has made about his books anyway. But
Yeah,
like,
but he writes the endings. Damn it, the ending sucked. I don't know if that was the ending of his book.
I mean, I know that's like the point. It's like, God, that is absolutely a gut punch. I'm like, I mean, yeah, if you ran through that whole movie in that situation, and you were at the end of your goddamn rope, and you find out that shit was for nothing. I'm like,
Oh.
God, it's rough. It's okay. They all went to live happily ever after in a little show called The Walking Dead, like the year after that. So it's fine.
Yeah, so it worked out.
Yeah, it's all good.
Let's see. Another bit of trivia. While deliberating the case, the Lonnie Schaefer character asked, quote, "What's next? Have a heart attack, sue McDonald's?" At the time of this movie's release, a federal lawsuit against McDonald's for making two teenage girls obese was dismissed.
I thought they were talking about the hot coffee incident. That's why
I know everybody likes to bring that one up, but they don't really know how it went. Actually, McDonald's was.
No, I meant like just the time.
I worked
period.
at McDonald's. It was in training. I mean, it's not what it seemed. Just saying.
Yeah.
I think it was a little overblown. It's not as big as people think.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think it's still the frivolity of it. It's just like, really, you're gonna coffee's hot if you didn't know. I mean,
yeah, there's a certain kind of like you didn't know that the saw was spinning and was going to cut your hand off when you touched it. But it's
did you ever touch a stove as a child? Did you know that it was hot? Holy crap!
I don't know. There's a little bit of nuance in everything. There's a lot of nuance in some things, and when you take into account all the nuance from one situation, or like the hot coffee thing, you know why McDonald's lost the case. But there is a certain point where I got to look at somebody and be like,
ridiculous.
"Didn't you know the coffee was hot?" it's like
it's still a little.
It's like if the coffee was 10 degrees colder, would you have still poured it on your fucking lap, you moron?
No.
It's like,
Didn't order a cup of ice, bitch.
yeah. It's like,
have you been introduced to iced coffee? There is another avenue you can go down.
actually, I think I might have gone before iced coffee, but still.
Maybe
But
before it
still.
got like really popular, but still.
But yeah, I mean, hot things hot. News at 11. I mean, you got to know this. You're a grown ass person. If you're old enough to be
Sky is
driving
blue
your
and
car
water
to
is
the
wet.
drive-through at McDonald's, you should be old enough to know that hot things burn you and can injure your skin.
Ooh.
And do bad things. And if you pour one on your vajayjay, it's probably going to be a little bit worse.
Wow.
Because, that's what happens. So, not on the vajayjay, but the nether regions. But it's
It
like,
was
you
just
gotta
on
know
her
it's not a
lap,
good
I
thing.
think, in general. But yeah, I
Whatever.
hear what you're saying.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Breaking news. Coffee's hot. don't drop a fucking pot of it on your lap. It's gonna be bad. It's not gonna work out for you, and
You're gonna have a bad
sue
day.
people for it. But whatever.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Let's see. During that bathroom confrontation, between Dustin Hoffman and Gene Hackman. Actually, Jeremy, I think you already alluded to this. Hackman references to Hoffman about truth, justice, and your American way, which is a phrase coined in the Superman comic books, in which he played Lex Luthor.
Yep, I caught that, and I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. It had been a while since I watched this movie, probably a few years since I was watching. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The nerd in me is like, I get that reference.
Yeah. Turning to Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm like, oh, there he said the thing.
He did it. He said the thing.
He said the thing.
Let's see. Other notable actresses that auditioned for the role of Marlee included Bridget Moynihan and Amanda Peet.
No.
And who?
A lot of no.
Peet.
Amanda Peet, she's tall, skinny, no
Oh.
boobs. Okay face. She always has bangs and plays the girl that
She's got pretty eyes.
just has confidence.
I mean, but it's not Rachel Weisz.
No.
Let's be honest here. That's a tall order right there. Just
You know,
saying.
one of the things I like about Rachel Weisz in this movie is that she's got one of those faces, like even when she's trying to give you the caring look, like she loves you or something like that, she still has some very stern facial features and stern eyes.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
Looks right
that
through you.
picture of her right there on the screen. It's like if she gave you that look, you'd be like, "Did I do something wrong?" You'd be like, "Sorry, honey."
Are you gonna-
you
gonna,
ask
like,
you did wrong.
what
You're
are
like,
we
"Sorry,
doing?"
honey. Sorry, my bad." But yeah, she's got a very stern look about her, which I kind of dig that. She doesn't. That one look will let you know she's not taking any bullshit, which is pretty cool.
No, she stabbed that dude in the fucking leg, made him limp home.
True.
That was awesome,
True.
man.
And then called Rankin Fitch was like 5 million more, bitch.
Yep. I'm sorry, it's just a bad time. It's just like, no.
And what gets me is he's in the middle of this case and he stops to look at his fucking watch before you answer the phone. Like that, I did not. I was like, come the fuck on. Come on. You're going to answer the phone.
There's a piece of trivia here that as soon as I read it, I was literally that meme where question marks start popping up around my head. Something about the timing is just not right. So, apparently, in the closing credits, is there a picture I haven't used yet? I guess maybe this one. In the closing credits, Representative Steve Scalise from Louisiana is thanked in the credits. The movie has many references to mass shootings, and Representative Scalise survived a mass shooting in Alexandria, Virginia, on June 14th of 2017.
The baseball team
of 2017. Is something not working for you when I read this to you guys?
Was it updated for like? Oh, I know what it. No, Steve Scalise, isn't he married? I know what the answer is here. You're wrong about this. Steve Scalise, I think, is married. No, that's this astronaut. Never mind.
yeah, that's Kelly. Kelly is
Thank
the one
you.
that's married to Gabbard.
Yep.
No, is it not funny to you that shooting happened in 2017 with this movie that came out in 2003?
Well, maybe the credits were updated.
What you said, all I heard was 2017. I'm like, well, 2017 is a little ways off from 2003 was all I caught. So I was like, huh? Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything about it in here. Nah, nothing about it in Wikipedia. Production.
I mean, you can update some of this stuff, especially
You
now.
can, you can. I mean, because Disney very famously, or not Disney, but Max very famously did it for a couple of movies, talking about whatever stuff because of when they were made. There was content in them that was not really with today's thinking. But it's like, I mean, so you can change some things digitally, even for something that came out 20 years ago. But still, I'm like, why would you put that? Why would you put this piece of trivia in there when the math is just so weird?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me see if I can find it again. Make sure I didn't copy it wrong, because I don't want to say this is wrong and you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I look like a big enough asshole most days. I don't want to fuck this up anymore.
And then Frank's got to get sequestered to some fucking podunk motel on the border of Texas somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh my
We're
god.
gonna put him in witness protection. No, he found it out.
This is the 10th movie starring John Cusack and Jeremy Piven. Do you want to know what one of the other ones was?
Tell me.
Oh, geez.
Gross Point Blank.
Ah.
I'm like, well, it wasn't 1408. I know that for a fact. That's a good movie too.
Representative Steve Scalise from Louisiana is thanked in the credits. The movie has many references to mass shootings. Representative Scalise survived a mass shooting on June 20. Yeah. So, and I can't download it because I don't want to log into my IMDb account because it's wrong as shit. But whatever. But whatever. Yeah, it's just wrong. Here's one more piece of trivia for you, Jay. I thought you might find this a little bit interesting. I'll go to the jury for this one. Let's see.
Yeah.
In this movie, I don't know if you caught her name or not. The goth alternate juror who replaces the
it's Lydia
alcoholic
Dietz.
juror is named Lydia
Uh-huh.
Dietz.
That is the first. I think I rubbed my eyes when they were just like running through the jury, people trying to get them selected, and I heard like Lydia Dietz. I looked up real quick and I didn't catch it. And I was like, "Wait, I swear to God, is it the goddamn goth girl?" Of course it is. Of course, her name's Lydia Deetz. I'm like,
now
that's
the
hilarious.
last name is spelled different though.
It is, but
Winona
it's still
Ryder's
funny.
spelled with a Z, and hers was spelled with an S.
It's still a funny jab. I love that.
It is still funny.
I was like, that was on purpose. Your parents definitely watched Beetlejuice or something back in the day. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, I definitely noticed that one.
This film includes 3 Oscar winners in Rachel Weisz, Gene Hackman, and Dustin Hoffman, and 1 Oscar nominee with Bruce Davidson.
Nice.
Get that much Oscar talent in one film.
Yeah.
There was something else in here that I caught. I don't know why I didn't. During the jury selection for the trial involving the manufacture of a gun used in a mass shooting by an active shooter, potential juror Nick Easter states his desire to avoid being impaneled so that he can compete in the John Madden football video game competition. In August of 2018, a losing competitor at the EA's Madden NFL tournament killed 2 people and shot 11 others and committed suicide.
Oh, damn.
Part of a mass shooting of his own. I never knew that happened.
It's a game, guys. Like, come on.
Wow.
Ain't that serious.
Wow.
I mean, you could probably look at every mass shooting that's happened over the last 20 years and be like, there's a weird connection to this because they're all just mass shootings.
Well, it's been proven or disproven, whichever way I want to phrase this, but like, there's like literally no correlation between video games and like violence. Like, it's not there. It has been like they have been trying this fucking argument since the 90s. It's not a thing. It never has been a thing. It never will be a thing. Stop trying to blame it on shit like that.
Well, it's the same thing with the thing about saying rap music corrupts people, makes them like hit women or something. Like, what are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the same. Like, you're not. It's like you want to keep taking a swing at these video game companies and for what they put out. Like, you do know it's like that's not their MO. It's like you don't have to play these games, or you don't have to. Like, look, I mean, I'm an example of that. Like, I mean, admittedly, I probably shouldn't have, but hey, I played Grand Theft Auto when I was a little kid. I'm like, but did I end up that way? No, I was just like, oh my God, this game is, because games in that day, because I'm old. Like, oh my God, I can do whatever I want. I can like deck this car. I can like run down the street. Oh my God, it's fun. I was like, this is insane to me.
Texas just out of the theater. He just saw a drop and said it was pretty good. Okay. I haven't really heard much about it, to be honest, so I'll take your word for it. I think I saw a poster today for the first time, and I was like, "Okay, that's a poster." Well,
it was a trailer in front of like every damn movie I think we'd gone to see, and I was like just getting tired of seeing it. And maybe just because we're in a theater and the speakers are booming, but I'm like, I don't every 3 seconds need to hear is the fucking phone buzzing. I'm like, stop. God, that's fucking annoying.
What was that sound again? I couldn't hear.
I'm not doing it a third time. Oh, let's turn it up. Just you'll hear it. You're watching the stream, rewind it like 10 seconds, you'll hear me. Yeah. I don't know. It was just like it's obnoxious. And I was just like, I don't really care.
See, the motel as the jury was sequestered to, the London Lodge, was located only about 5 miles from the Louisiana Supreme Court, not close to the East Texas border as referenced in the movie. It was actually located right on the border of Orleans and Jefferson Parish on Airline Highway. The motel that at one point had hourly rates was permanently closed on September 24 after years of crime and safety violations.
Damn.
That'll do it.
Well, that sucks.
Well, I guess nobody can have their wedding there now.
Let's see. At the beginning, John Cusack is told he should get a St. Catherine's candle because he's the patron saint of jurists. She's actually the patron saint of jurors. The comment about jurists is a nod to the fact that Cusack's character is actually a lot more knowledgeable about the law than at first glance. I didn't even catch what he said. I just thought he said jurors.
I don't know.
Let's see. Schumacher is attached. I knew that already. Let's see. The Lydia Deetz thing. I knew that already. While the notion of infiltrating a jury in the manner of Nicholas Easter is obviously intriguing, various systems exist to prevent it. For example, in most jurisdictions, including New Orleans, prospective jurors are required to have permanently resided within that jurisdiction for at least 1 year prior to selection. I think it actually said that he had been there for 2, didn't he?
Yeah, and he had fake. Yeah. He probably had fake documents or something.
Well, true, but I mean,
but I think he got that part right. He'd been there for like the 2 years. Yeah.
I do find it weird. This is the only time that Hoffman and Hackman got together.
Yeah, really.
After
Well,
being
sometimes
friends
you kind of
for so
wonder,
long,
like, it's amazing
coming up
that
together.
the two people their stature has even been in one movie together. It's kind of wild when you think about how long they've been in the game. So it's wild that some of them don't ever get to be on screen together.
Who else did he come up with? Because I was reading about it a little bit after he passed away. Some of the guys that he came up with when he went to like acting school and stuff like that. It's like it's a laundry list of guys that have become gigantic. Let's see beginnings. Let's see Vanity Fair. Hackman, Hoffman, Robert Duvall was one.
Ooh.
Robert Duvall. One of the movies I really want to do, one of the ones that Tex might actually do, it's a movie called The Apostle.
I think I've heard of that.
It's
I think I have too.
Robert Duvall paid for that movie himself because he wanted to make it. He plays
Nice.
like a Southern Baptist preacher, and he has just like one moment where he lashes out because of all some of the crazy shit going on in his life. I won't spoil too much of it for you. And so he has to go on the run. Basically, he's like a baseball bat up somebody's head. But,
Is this like it sounds like that movie where the guy runs around with glasses and a bus. He's trying to get to his daughter's birthday party and he fucks up a whole town.
No. That guy's broken. This whole movie, well, he's actually in that movie as well. It's called Falling Down. He plays the cop.
I was like, you talking about falling down? Yeah.
Yeah, but no, in this movie, he's on his way. He's trying to redeem himself. So it's like he has this one moment of where the devil gets the best of him and kind of takes over for him, and then so he spends the entire movie trying to fix that, trying to make amends for it. It's a fantastic fucking movie. Try to find it. What year did it come out? It was early 2000s ish. No, 97. I thought it was in the 2000s. Yeah, it came out in 97.
One of those movies we should do is John Q. That's a good movie too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
I said Duvall plays like the police captain or whoever the hell comes to try and talk him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good fucking movie.
Good suggestion.
Secondhand
I
Lions.
mean, it's Denzel,
Good
man.
movie.
So
You ever see
fucking
Secondhand
Denzel.
Lions?
no.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Hmm.
It's with Haley Joel Osment before he got old and fat.
Damn.
Wow.
He was
Tell us how you really think.
What was that, like, shortly after
slightly
Forrest Gump?
older- Yeah,
Like,
it was slightly
geez.
older than Forrest Gump, slightly older than the I See Dead People movie, The Sixth Sense. But,
Oh yeah, that's all right.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, I'm like, I think the last things I'd really seen him was like, yeah, Sixth Sense, Forrest Gump. Then I saw him in fucking Tusk. I was like, God, what happened to you, man? Jesus.
He's every now and then I get that out of my head. And then someone mentions that movie and then I can't fucking get it.
I like to remind people that it happened, and I like to remind people that there is in fact a sequel.
Yuck.
We're
I
getting
don't
there.
want to know. I'm going to kick your ass. No.
It's more that the fact that I'm like that it got made in the first place, because it basically was in Kevin Smith's words, where he's like, people were basically like, I fucking dare you to make this movie, and he was just like, all right, I will.
Well, as usual, guess who pops on like halfway through the review? The Shape the Lone Star State, my man Tex. What's up, brother?
Hey, I'm coming with breaking news. I want you to go see a movie opening day for you bastards. You can just all kiss my white ass. How about that?
Well, you could have been here doing a review, but instead you went to see something none of us were talking about.
Well, that's fine. I'm just here to bring fresh coverage, and I know y'all have it covered, so we're diversified. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all, but go ahead.
I just saw a poster for Drop Today for the first time.
Well, I've seen the
Okay,
trailer like
that's
20
it.
times,
Yeah, that's how
so
not on
at
my
this
radar
point I had
this movie
to.
Yeah, that's how not on my radar this movie was.
Yeah.
Like today was the first time I saw a poster for it, and I was like, "Oh, that's that movie." Yeah, I heard something about it. And then I just kind of went off my way. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was fun. It was y'all remember that Carry On Christmas movie we reviewed some time back?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that because it's got, the Carry On movie had the guy in the earpiece. This one, it's like they're using the modern technology it's like the drops to your cell phone and you have to be within a certain distance. There's it's like a thriller mystery. Like when you watch the trailer, it kind of looks like it's kind of got horror elements to it. It's more
Is
thriller
that the
action.
one with the girl that goes on dinner with the guy and she's got to kill him?
Yes,
I did see that.
It's
trailer,
a-
but okay. I don't remember.
it's
being
a
able to-
single.
Balls
It's
literally
a
coming from inside the house.
Yeah, it's a single mother that's like, "Oh, I haven't been on a date forever. Oh, did you mean to dress like a candy cane? That's supposed to be like a funny line in the trailer. It's retarded." But yeah, it's a mystery thriller whodunit. They play out the technology. I forget the director's name, but he's the guy that did the Happy Death Day. He does pretty good.
Oh, nice.
But it's I wouldn't rush out to see it. I thought I was gonna get more of a horror movie than I got, but it was fine. I mean, I don't regret seeing it, so I want to check it out.
Oh, it's a Blumhouse movie. I'm surprised you had anything good to say about it at all.
And Blumhouse, you know how I feel about those creepy movies. Like I said, it was fine, but whatever. But either way,
But we were
just wanted to
actually-
drop that in. Breaking news here. So.
Yeah, we were actually getting ready to start wrapping things up here in just a minute. I would ask you what
Oh,
you
shit.
thought of Runaway Jury real quick, and I'm pretty sure you never bothered watching it, even though you missed out.
I did not watch it. I was watching Drop. I was otherwise occupied.
Claimed to be a Gene Hackman fan and don't know one of his best movies.
Hey, I had an opportunity to see. It's rare I get to see a movie on not premiere night because it premiered that's down in Austin some time ago. But it's fun to go do something. So, kids were out of the house. I had free time. So, what you know.
Dr. Nick saying, "Hi, Cora." He's getting a new house ready. That's why he's not around. You get moved. Let's see that new studio space. New spaces for Alex and the Garbage Man, which you guys should be watching on Mondays.
Yeah,
Cool Kids go.
I will say I'm really loving Dr. Nick screaming at his son on his shows on Mondays. That is fucking entertaining as hell, by the way. Just when he just goes all Jerry Springer on his ass.
Like when I'm
Great
yelling at my
parenting.
dogs.
Oh no, it's even better. He just what does he call him? A crotch goblin, and he just goes off like you smoking weed in the basement, the whole thing. It's incredible. It's a must watch. So you got to check it out.
Yes, go check out Alex and Garbage Man on Mondays. Give some hell to our friends from the Great White North. Let's go ahead and start to wrap this thing up. A little bit of a shorter one tonight, but that's okay because I have a much earlier morning than I want to deal with tomorrow. And I need a shower and a nap. So let's start to wrap this thing up. I'll go to you first, Lady Cora. Give me your final thoughts on Runaway Jury.
Watch this movie behind physical media, and just if you don't like it, shut the fuck up.
I like it.
If you don't like it, you're overruled. Next.
Overruled.
If you don't like it, your opinion is irrelevant. Basically.
Exactly.
And my header life mate Jeremy, what do you think of Runaway Jury?
Like I said, first time watch, and I thought it was pretty awesome. Like I said, remember that time when we used to make good movies? I think that fits snugly in there. Obviously, in no small part to the fact that this thing is stacked with actors, not only the four you see on screen right here, but like I said, when you see that room of everybody, I'm like, man, this is a movie loaded with some talent, and it shows. Like I said, it had me gripped from the start, and as I was watching it, I was just like, man, how's this gonna play out? Like, how are they gonna, everyone's playing everybody in this movie, and they came out on top. So, like I said, Rachel Weisz can toe to toe with mummies, and she can toe to toe with people in the apartment that's there to kill her. So, yeah, pretty awesome.
Let's be honest, that scene was like really, like that was a lot.
Oh yeah, I mean, she just real casually takes that beer out of the fucking fridge and puts it in her purse. And I was like, "Are you gonna break it? Are you gonna smack it?" Man, she put her whole fucking force in that, cracked that dude in the face, and then popped his kneecap out of place with that fucking bit of wood she had from the broken board. Yeah. Damn. Then has the balls sit there with the fucking cut on her face, like calling Hackman in the middle of the night, like, "Hey, 15 million for trying to kill me, asshole."
Yeah, I hope you have some fun with that, because guess what? You're gonna fucking eat shit now. So
I knew there had to be more to that. They were basically like, "Hey, we got you by the balls, man. We'll send this to the IRS." I'm like, "Oh my god."
I love it.
Damn, Cora moves to Vegas and she gets a mouth like a mobster. Jesus Christ.
And she'll never tell us where the bodies are hid.
and yet Frank's the one that gets accused of giving people concrete shoes over here.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why did you?
Funny how that works out,
Cora. That's really weird.
right?
But yeah, I think it's a fantastic movie. Again, it's like even at the end when you just figured that Hackman was maybe starting to run out of gas. No, he's still just better than everybody else. And Dustin Hoffman, fantastic. This really was kind of peak John Cusack. 90s and early 2000s was kind of the peak part of his career. He's had some good roles since then, no doubt. But this was him in his prime. And Rachel Weisz, I mean, she had done Enemy at the Gates and I think The Mummy before this, so her star was only going up. She's obviously very big now, but she was very good then. Stacked with so many great performances, such great writing, such great tension. This is definitely one of the ones that you should watch if you're into the courtroom dramas, because this one does not disappoint at all. But you can find it on Netflix if you want to give it a watch. If you already have a Netflix account, it won't cost you anything. Just cost you a couple hours of your time, and I think you'll be happy. So go to Netflix and check this movie out. Let us know if there's another Gene Hackman-like movie you want us to do. I think I will have to at some point in the next, I don't know, let's do it, because I know we got some TV shows we're getting ready to do. But I have to see if we can squeeze a Gross Point Blank on there. It's one of those ones we're gonna have to find. I may have to go ahead and just find it on DVD because it has kind of faded into obscurity a little bit. But God, it's one of my favorite John Cusack movies.
Well, just put on your Captain Sparrow hat and spill the high seas.
No, I don't want to give my computer gonorrhea clappolitis Ebola AIDS.
I've done that before, so yeah, don't.
Dude, I was in my 20s when I was riding the LimeWire thing and downloading free music and having to buy a new computer for a couple of months because my hard drive melted.
Napster, LimeWire, been there, man. Like I said, I used to have an old laptop, man. I could get just about any movie I ever wanted, and I'm like, wow, I wonder why it crapped out on me. I can't imagine.
It just melted right there in my lap.
Pretty much. That whole thing just quit.
The computer AIDS killed it.
It was it got fried, man. It was bad. But I get to watch a lot of movies, so man.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here now. I want to say thanks to all of you for watching today. I want to say thanks to my co-hosts for being so awesome as always. Starting with the Dowager Countess Lady Cora. Where can the folks at home find you, ma'am?
Somewhere cursing in Vegas.
So just go walk up and down the strip, and if you see somebody freaking out and cursing, that's Lady Cora. Stop and say hi.
Get a blackjack table, like fucking just cursing like a sailor.
Look for the mean redhead.
There you go.
And to my header life mate Jeremy, where can the folks that don't find you, my friend?
I'm here Tuesday and Thursday doing whatever we're doing that isn't Die Hard, the non-Christmas movie. And I will argue that in court all day.
And I will back him up.
Like, there's my time. I know. That already got, if you can believe it, that already got mentioned at some point in the stream, and I was by myself. No, my mom was in the chat. Yeah. She's on my side.
That is a crusade. I will never let you fight alone, my friend. We will die on that hill. That's all good.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, I guess
skyscraper.
This is officially a Christmas stream. You know why?
What?
Oh no!
Because Cora's got Christmas in her tagline down there. So she said Christmas came early this year. So
movie, whatever. It's a Christmas movie.
That's the first line in the movie. That's the first line in the movie. So.
Yeah. Whatever.
From now on, when Christmas is mentioned, it'll be like, this is a Christmas thing now.
That's literally that's the argument. That's how easy it is. I guess the only thing that was kind of cool is we're cleaning stuff up and moving stuff around, and I cleaned out a closet today, and we actually found I don't know how old it is, but it was still in the box, and I'm pretty sure it still works. But we found like an old camcorder camera, and I was like, ooh, wait, we could make some analog horror shit on this thing.
Gotta do your version of Blair Witch.
Yeah, I was like, man, we can make some found footage on this thing.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I got in the woods and had it stuck halfway up my nose, like, I'm afraid to close my eyes. I'm afraid to open my eyes.
Mom, I'm sorry, and I love her, and then snot just flows out your head. It'd be great.
I gave you the map, Heather.
The snot flowing out of the nose is actually in the scary movie. Is one of the scary movies, I think.
No, it's in both of them. Yeah, no, it's in both of them. That's why it's scary.
We found this old camcorder, and I was like, ooh, I think some analog horror, some found footage stuff might be in the works now. Because I have an idea for an analog horror.
Remember, you need to get the tapes and the stuff for it. Make sure you can source the physical media you need to use to record it.
Yeah.
That might be hard.
Bring in Gamer on this.
It might
The Jurassic Witch Project. It's a dinosaur witch.
Did you say witch?
Yes.
Why not?
Well, it's Blair Witch in Jurassic Park because he's dinosaurs, right?
No. A lot of fucking no.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I don't know. I think there might
Don't
be
mix
something
those
there.
two. I don't know.
The
about
Jurassic
that.
Witch? Are you kidding me? Like,
That sounds like a porn
Yeah.
movie. Okay, that sounds like a porn movie.
Well-
I'm blending Jurassic Park and the Blair Witch with terrible actors
Well-
and girls with ugly hair. Okay.
we can make that version too if you want. I was thinking more mass release, but we
I
can go
think
X-rated.
that sounds like a porn. That sounds like a porno.
to be fair, I did have him as a character in this analog horror. I have in mind, like, I was gonna have me and him
There
play
you
the
go.
two cops, like investigating the fact that this girl went missing because basically an alternate body snatched her and she's gone. So
Ooh,
But there might be
y'all's
more
version
twists.
of a
If you
true
can put-
detective. I like it.
If you can put
Yeah.
a velociraptor and a passer together to make Velocipaster,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
why can't you do
That
the
is-
Jurassic Witch
Oh,
Project?
Velocipaster's
Velocipaster is a
great.
movie. It is so stupid.
Oh, it's
You know
amazing.
what?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what?
So
Bad
dumb.
touch. Bad touch.
No,
Hey,
I didn't make the movie. It's not a bad touch
I
for
didn't
me.
either.
Hey,
It's a real thing.
Sharknado. They made like 25 Sharknados, and they made
I'm
make
aware.
a fuck ton of money.
You know what?
Anything is
It
possible.
doesn't mean it's right.
Get so busy thinking about if
Oh,
you should. You just
goodness.
have to think about if you should.
Yeah.
That could be the tagline.
Yeah.
Should we have? And then it'd be like the Jurassic Witch Project. I can see it right now. All those parts, like later in the movie, all those parts where you kind of sort of see like the witch moving. You could put one of those guys in one of those inflatable T-Rex costumes instead. Just gotta have him walk across some trees.
No.
That'd be dope.
I do
That'd be the
have
biggest
one
That'd be the
request,
biggest
though.
part of the budget. If you've seen those people that have those Velociraptor like outfits that like they walk around in it and the mouth actually like moves and shit, and like that'd be the biggest part of your budget. Get somebody to run around.
Only if I can play the crazy Ralph of don't go in them woods. There's nothing good in them woods. You're gonna get killed. And I just like pop up randomly throughout the film to say that you're all doomed, and I just look crazy. That would be an incredible part to play.
I seen it, man. I seen it with my own eyes.
I've seen some things.
You weren't there, man.
Some stuff.
I
I've
don't
seen
know.
some things.
Look, it would be like probably one of the top 15 horror movies to come out in a year if we actually put something like that out. So,
That'd be tremendous.
Like I said, I've got an idea for one. I haven't fleshed it out past like I don't know 2 episodes, so to speak. But I don't know. I had to sit down and actually focus on it. Like
Can you make Texas character die in it? Then I would watch it.
I didn't say I was
please.
going to put him in it, but I mean, if he wants to die, I don't care. Sure.
I would
If
love
I'm
to
in
watch
it,
him die on film.
I just always, if you're gonna kill me, make it as like Terrifier or level gore. That's all I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Just-
I could have some
yeah.
brutal, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, just make it brutal. That's all I ask.
How deep? Yeah.
Make it brutal. That's
You're
all I ask.
You're saying
Wow.
you're saying that a big horror movie fan should die in a horror movie. It's like, yeah, I would
I
be
would love the
honored.
opportunity.
I would be.
I don't even
honored
care
to
if
be
someone
the
came
judge
up to me
of
on
a
the street
movie.
and said, "You want to be an extra in this movie? You're going to get killed brutally in a movie." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Do it.
What are you gonna ask next?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Put me in
do
the
you want a
makeup
free
chair.
ice cold beer? Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is always yes. Yes.
Put me in
Do I
the
want
chair, put the
oxygen
makeup
food?
on, I don't give a
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Walk on there 2 seconds, get beat to death. Like, sure, good
Right.
day.
Yeah.
And of course, the shape of the Lone Star State. Where can the folks at home find you, my friend?
Well, you can find me just swearing all over Texas. Since Cora's got Vegas covered, so I'll handle down here. But yeah,
I
no.
knew you.
Now you know what I'll do.
Well,
I'll make one of those memes where I put Cora in the sandwich box sign, and she and just have a head of a squirrel sticking out. She'll be. It's just like,
Well, to be
I hate
fair,
Trump or something.
anywhere I go swearing's gonna happen. It's just like I use swearing like punctuation at this point. It's one of my superpowers. But yeah, no, we'll be here. I think aren't y'all doing the Pedro show, Last of Us or whatever they?
One of the millions of
Thursdays.
Pedro shows.
I won't be doing those with you guys. Remember, I tried watching episode 1 of season 1 and I couldn't do it. So
What's episode 3?
Well, I'm gonna watch the first one.
Yeah.
I don't really care for the show. It's not my thing. I'll watch. I'll give it a try. But
No, Tex, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna happen in the first episode. I bet you.
Oh no. Well, I
think
just
they're
saw
smart
on,
enough to
I
not
just saw on
do that.
X that it was already picked up for season 3. So I'd be willing to bet they probably stretched
I'm
that.
curious
out.
as to how they're gonna do that because they're like, oh, well, we don't have a third game. I'm like, no, you don't. So like, what are you gonna base this off of? I would hate for you to make a show and then be like, oh, now we got to make a game based off of that. I'm like, no, don't backward yourself there. Just.
But yeah, like I said, don't expect me on every Last of Us review because I don't want to step on Jeremy's toes, and I'm not needed for that. He can more than carry the weight. So I'm gonna let his star shine on that one. But I'll check out the first one. I'll be a good sport, but I'll probably
maybe I'm just thinking like I don't think they'll do that the way they will, but now they could. I don't know. That happened really early in the game, and then the rest.
Now I will say the episode where the the feminism kills him. I'll be on that review because I'm gonna have fun watching Pedro get his ass with like he was Tiger Woods.
That happened really early. It could be the first episode, but I feel like they'd be smart to not do it that way.
Right.
I feel like let it.
They'd be smart to hang that like who did Negan kill in Walking Dead? Like hang that over for like 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no. To be fair, that is the whole crux of like the story. Is Ellie going on her revenge spree because of that? I mean, I guess it wouldn't make sense to not do it in the beginning. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
I don't know. I know we were talking about it a little bit, Jay. Do you want to get together Saturday night and do a little like what we expect, what we want to see from this,
and
season?
Maybe talk about what happened last. Catch people up so they know.
Oh yeah, I can give you a quick overview.
Oh yeah, like do like an hour recap.
Yes, that's it. So yeah.
You have to cap me off at an hour because I'll just keep talking about it. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I know you.
In 5 minutes, what happened in last season, kind of thing.
Oh God.
Yeah, hit the high points.
We're practicing now.
Well, no,
whatever.
Let me know if you want to get together Saturday and,
like I said,
at least do a short stream as like what we expect, some bold predictions, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like I said, I'm free all weekend. I'd be down to do something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you may see me back here on Thursday. I'll talk to Jay, see what we can get worked out. You will most definitely see me back here on Tuesday, as we are going to. I didn't move the picture over. Damn it! See, this is me not being ready for my shit. When I do it, there it is. We are definitely going to start going into Sunday night is when it comes out, I believe. So Tuesdays are going to be Last of Us days. We are going to be breaking down every episode of season 2 of Last of Us. They start airing on Sunday night, I think 9 o'clock. I will probably watch at 9 o'clock as soon as it drops on Sunday night. I am eager to see what this first episode brings. I have a bold prediction, Jay. A bold prediction. We'll get into it.
Oh shit, my dogs! I gotta mute. Sorry.
Okay. Maybe next time mute before you yell, oh shit, but that's okay. We love you anyway, Cora. But
hey, she's swearing all over Vegas.
Yeah, maybe give her
She's got to keep up again.
I'm curious.
Because it did get renewed for season 3 already. Tex was just mentioning that. I think we all kind of knew it would, and because they're breaking up game 2 into 2 seasons, I have a feeling they're going to screw with the timing of a couple of
are they doing that? I thought that was like a joke. Like what? I hate when
they're definitely splitting it up, which I'm like, I don't know the story of the game, so I don't really know how.
Well, I do, and I'm like, that's why I'm like, I don't think you need. Oh my God, I think I know what they're gonna do.
Well, before you say that, let me say this as
I got no, Jeremy. Let me guess. A musical episode.
No, that's not even.
No, I think
it would shock me.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I think they start the season with like how Walking Dead and who did Negan kill kind of thing. They lead up to it without showing it, and then they play out the season like, 2 months ago. There's a time lapse thing. Then by the end of the season, they go back to that moment. It's like a bottle of a time bottle thing, whatever they call it. I could see them doing.
I have a really stupid idea of like what I think they might. If that's truly what they're doing, which, by the way, I hate you for doing it, but if you're going to drag season 2 out that fucking long, or the second game out to 2 different seasons, I have an idea. Well, I mean, like we said, like if we want to do this retrospective and like prediction show, I'll save it for that, but I think I know what they might do, and I'm still not okay with it. I don't know.
I'm saving my thought for we'll
Saturday. It's something from the game that I'm like, I think I know what they'll do, and I really hope they don't do it that way. So
We'll see. But yeah, come back and check us out on Tuesday as we break down Last of Us Season 2, Episode 1. And come hang out with us Saturday. Me and Jeremy will go into a couple of our bold predictions. I have one. I think I have one that makes sense. I don't think it'll turn out this way, but I have one that makes perfect sense, and I will be the
ask
one
me
who
with my game knowledge. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I will.
Maybe
well,
this is
like
the
for the
origin
TV show
for...
specifically how they're going to organize it.
I
would never question you the video game stuff. You're far more steeped in it than I am. But yeah, I mean, the way you're going to structure this, I think, anyway. But thanks, Mike.
Now I have an idea.
Yeah, thanks, Mike O's, for being so awesome as usual. Thanks to all of you for being around. We very much appreciate it. Remember to share, like, do all the stuff that YouTubers ask you to do. Not because I necessarily give a shit about whether I have a thumbs up or not. You guys are the only thing that spreads this around. I am not counting on YouTube for a fucking thing because they suck. One of these days we will be probably full time on Rumble, but that's a long way down the path.
Hey, shout out to all the fake viewers on Rumble, all those 100 bots or so. You know,
hey,
we love
you know what? I got like 60 something bots that apparently all subscribed in about 12 hours. So
everybody who puts their first and last name and like 8 numbers behind it, we love you guys.
The good news is now we're only like 5 or 6 followers on Rumble away from being monetized over there as well, because you only have to have 100 followers to get monetized. So yeah, thanks Skynet, appreciate it. I mean, I was just watching something about the Terminator movies today, or listening to it on a podcast this morning when I was at work. So yeah, thanks Skynet, I appreciate it. You guys know that I like that podcast. But we will see you guys on Saturday, probably. Me and Jeremy do a little thing, and then of course Tuesday, Last of Us. I'm really looking forward to that. It's one of the things I've been most excited about coming out this year. I think it's gonna be pretty dope. We will see you guys next time. Till then, adios. I mean,
what if The Last of Us is the origin story for Mr. Fantastic before he gets absorbed into the multiverse?
Whatever.
Good timing.
I mean, who cares? Now,
well, you know, continuity doesn't matter for anything anymore.
Marvel's setting it all up. Everything's a multiverse now. So one university's
that's what I'm saying.
Another university's this, another university's Mr. Fantastic. So I mean, maybe.
Have a good time, you guys. I gotta go.
Bye, Gara.
That'd be a great multiverse there. You went from fighting tree zombie thingies to Galactus. There you go.
Yeah, that could totally work in the MCU, I guess.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.